If you're stuck, you haven't published a book in weeks, in this video I'm going to show you how to get unstuck, how to publish a book as quick as today and have that book selling in as little as 7 days. And more importantly, how to keep that going so you build momentum and build a library of books on your KDP account that's doing what it's supposed to do, and that's provided you with a second income. Hello. If this is the first time with me, I'm Jase Perry. I show busy professionals how to create a second income stream with self-publishing. I've got nearly 1,000 students in my program now, and a lot of these guys, just move that here. A lot of these guys are creating hundreds and thousands of dollars in their spare time around their full-time jobs from self-publishing books. You follow my system. If you want to jump straight into my system, I'll leave a link below. Okay, so the issue is you're busy. Okay, you've got a KDP account that you're not self-publishing books on, and it's not doing the job it's supposed to do. And that's to create you a passive income stream. Because let's be honest, it doesn't get any more passive than KDP. People outside of KDP won't understand that. Me and you know that once you have that account setting up, it's a beast. You know what I mean? It will literally just keep paying you whether you're working or not. Okay, so we want to get you there, and the only thing stopping you from getting there, the block, is that you're not publishing enough books. Okay, you're stuck. Okay, so let's break through that now, and let's get you to a point where you can start publishing again. Right, I call this my momentum booster. Let me just zoom in here. Momentum booster. That's exactly what it's going to do. If you follow this today, you're going to blast through your stuckness and get some momentum and start publishing. All right. Now, before I share with you exactly what to do, there's a few rules that we need to establish. These are rules that you have to follow in order for this to work. Rule number 1. 0 judgment. I want you to have 0 judgment about the book you're going to create. The opposite of this is what most KDP sellers do. This is what most KDP sellers do. They come on to self-publish, and just move this down a bit, and then they create books that they like, they think are interesting, they have some sort of like affinity to, they think, oh, I'm going to enjoy doing that. Okay, the only problem with that is they do those books and they don't sell. In order for this to work, you need to go where the money is, and sometimes that means having 0 judgment about the book you're going to create. You just want to create it so it's got a chance of making money. The second rule is 48 hours. That's meant to say hours there. Do that. 48 hours. Let's just talk about that for a second. Your book needs to be created and published in 48 hours. We want to give you the least amount of time to stall and get you taking action as fast as possible. And if you only give yourself 48 hours, there's a lot of things that you can't do in 48 hours, and those are the things that normally kill your momentum, like overthinking stuff, like trying to make the book perfect, really, really good. These things kill your momentum, and that could be the reason why you're stuck right now. Okay, so we want to get rid of that. Only give yourself 48 hours to actually get that book published, and that's it. Okay, right. The last thing is what I just covered there. Publish, not perfect. Don't get stuck into the rut of trying to make your book perfect. Okay, right. So these are the 3 rules. Now, if you agree to these 3 rules, the first one's the hardest for most people to do. Okay, and I said 48 hours, but to be honest, it should be 24 hours. But give yourself a bit more time because you're busy and working. Okay, 48 hours is good. And publish, not perfect. If you can just get that book done. Okay, if you can agree to these 3 rules, this is going to work perfectly for you. So now let's talk about the actual momentum booster. Okay, there's about seven easy steps for this. Simple. Just gonna put it over here. Step 1 is a niche with money. Very important, this one. Because regardless of the book you're going to create, if there's money in that niche, there's a chance you're going to make money. It sounds stupidly obvious, but most self-publishers get this wrong. They're picking niches where there's barely any money. Okay, get that right, and no matter what book you create, there's a chance you're going to be able to make money because you're going where the money is. And that's what that rule one's about, zero judgment. See, most sellers will look at a niche, maybe they can see there's money there, but they won't like the book or the book style. So they leave and go somewhere else where they like the book. Leave that aside. You see money there, it's fine. Now, if you can follow rule 2 as well, remember, the book's got to be able to be created in 24 to 48 hours. That's another thing to be looking at when you're looking at your niche. There's little point in choosing a niche that has very complicated books. Okay, we want very, very simple books. So that's the next one, is an easy book. Make it easy on yourself. If you're going to create a book around your busy lifestyle, you got a job, you want to be able to do it in the least amount of time possible. And there's niches like this. I'm going to show you an example in a minute, don't worry. But make it easy on yourself. Pick the easiest book you can create with the most amount of money. Okay. The third thing, which ties into this, is AI book. That's kind of so you got the speed. So this ties into rule number 2. We want to do it fast. We want to use the tools available, and that's AI. And right now, it's never been any better. You can use Gemini and Canva for free. You can create this book for free now. Okay. Number 4 is the cover and title. Now I'm putting this separate because the cover and title sell the book. So if you think about it like this, you've picked a niche with a lot of money in. Okay, you can produce the book fast in that niche, right? The one thing that's going to sell your book is the cover and title. So that needs to be kind of thought of separately. You need to kind of like treat it as an important step in the process. Don't treat it as just part of the book. Pick the niche, produce your book, and publish. No, pick the niche, produce your book, pages. Now focus on the cover and title that's going to sell the book. Very important to treat that separate. This is how you get fast sales, and I'll show you in a minute an example. Okay. The 5th step is, once you've done that, that's basically your book created, is to publish. Don't overthink it. Just publish. Provided you're not breaking any Amazon KDP rules, trademarks. You know, I'd always advise to check your titles and USPTO. If you don't know, that's the trademark check. Just type in USPTO trademark checker in Google. Check your title. Always check your title, and also never use the same title as another book that's selling really well. Okay, that way you're kind of covered. So the title will get you into trouble, especially if your book starts selling. If your title's the same as another book that's really selling well, and they see you've basically just copied their title, even if they're not trademarked, they could have a problem with that and look to get your book blocked. Your book gets blocked, Amazon look into your account, and you don't want them looking at your account. All right, so just publish, provided you're not breaking any trademark rules or anything. Just get that book out. Don't worry about it being okay. We just want to get it done. All right, and the last thing is ads. Now, let me just tell you something quick about ads. Ads doesn't need to be complicated. I've got, like I said, I've nearly 1,000 students now. So many of them, I've lost track of how many DMs and messages I got from them saying ads is a mystery to me. Okay, and these guys are typically below $1,000. When you're below $1,000 a month, simple ads, auto ad will do. All right, just auto ads. Get some clicks on that damn book. That's all you want to do. You can go into refining ads a bit later on. But remember, this is a momentum booster. I want to try and get you published and getting sales ready. Don't add a mental block in your mind like, oh, I'm just going to leave ads because I'm not sure what to do. Just set up auto ads, 90 cents clicks because we want to get clicks fast. $50 budget a day. You're not going to spend $50 budget a day, but it will just start getting you clicks fast, okay? The next thing is, let's see. Last but not least, more importantly, repeat. So once you've done these 6 things here, which you could do in literally like 2-3 hours. I'll show you a book in a minute that you can create in like 2-3 hours, and like from now have it published, and then obviously Once it's live, then you can set up ads. Once you've done this, you've broken your streak of not publishing. Repeat it. Just keep repeating it. Now, just repeat it on the same style book that you've created. You don't need to move from the niche. You don't need to look for a new niche. You don't need to look for a new way of creating books. If you've found a niche that you're able to create that's ticking all those boxes there, it's got money, it's an easy book to create, you can do it with AI, and you understand enough to do a good title and cover, stay with it. Just do a variation of a title. Okay, keep things easy. Keep doing that. Now you're building momentum. Once you're doing several of those, now you've got momentum. Now you can move to other niches if you want. I mean, if you found a good niche, just stick with it, right? Okay, so this works because one, it's so simple. It kills being stuck. Okay, it creates momentum and builds confidence. Because if you're publishing, you're going to build confidence here. You actually learn faster when you're publishing. So the more you publish, the more you start seeing things. This fits around your job. This is a system that I teach in my program that fits around my client, all my students and clients with full-time jobs with families. Okay, my system's there's a bit more to it than this, but this is kind of like the basics of it. It's kind of like just get stuck in, go where the money is, and publish. Okay, so it gives you, it fits around your life, and then you develop a habit. Because if you keep doing it, you develop a habit and just becomes part of your routine, and that's what you want. And that's when you make a lot of money, and that's why the guys I just showed you there, a lot of my students are making money because they've just created this system. They're copying my system, and it's just become a habit now. So when you talk to them, it's just a habit. They're just doing it, and the conversations are like, how do I create better books? Like, this is not about how do I actually find the time to publish. It's like, how do I really make this into something now, like start making a lot of money, right? So that's what you want to do. You just want to build a habit. Okay, right, now let me show you a quick example of a niche. Here's one that I found. Check this out. You've probably seen this. Now you can see straight away, look at the title, Stocking Stuffers for Men. Now, do you think this person that created this book, do you think they had any plans to create like a bestseller, or did they just literally want to grab cash with this? Just want to grab cash, right? Stocking Stuffers, I think they did publish it just before Christmas. They just want people to buy this for a gift, and it's a gift for men. They're very specific. Okay, giftable title. Now remember what I said about covers and title. Look at the cover design. The cover design's doing one thing, and this is very important as well. When you think of your cover design, all the cover design needs to do is show the title really well. So let's flip it around, find a good title that sells your book. Now you can see from this one, it's literally the title that sells the book. Now this person's really good, and that's why they've made thousands of dollars with this, because they've chosen a really good title that sells, and then the cover is just to show that title as best they can. Okay, they've picked the right font, everything's straight up simple. Because it's a big title. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing a big title like this, but they've done it, and they pulled it off. They've kept everything very, very simple to read, fast. And someone scrolling on their phone will see that thumbnail and understand it straight away. And it's a great gag gift. See, they understand the niche, they nailed the title, they know exactly what this book's about. It's a gift. And as a result, they're able to sell a very simple book. Now, let me show you a simple book. How simple it is. Look at the inside. Don't know if you can see that. Literally 1, 2, 3 prompts on one side and a bunch of lines on the other. That's it. Very, very simple. See? This is something you can literally do, that whole book, all 100 something pages, in like a couple of hours, an hour. Right? And look at the cover. You can literally do that cover in an hour. 2 hours, this book could be published. See what I mean? And there's gold like this all across Amazon. You just gotta be looking for it. Now, let me tell you something amazing about this book, and it's the price. $29.99. That is freaking crazy. This guy is making a killing. Now, I just need to nail this point. Let's just look at how much this guy's making. just so I can nail this point home. Okay, while that's loading, computer's a bit slow. Let's just have a look at anything else they've done. Perceived value, very good description. They've got one headline at the top and then kind of breaks things down. You notice the description, you can kind of just scan it. That's what you want. You want people to just scan it. So most people won't read it the first time. They might read that, it might call them in. I mean, that's good. For the guy who survived one too many group calls, see? They know who they're talking to. They scan it. And then they've added A+ content. A+ content, by the way, very simple to do now. Just use AI. Use AI to create each banner. Okay. And they made it a gift. It's a gift for men, so they know what they're doing here. Okay. Now, let's check how much this thing's making. Excuse me. Per sale. Now, it's a 6x9 book. I think it was only 104 pages, right? 107 pages, so they're not messing around. They're going for pure profit. By the way, anything below 109 pages is good. That gives you the most profit. And $29.99. $15 per sale, and this book is currently it's 100k BSR. Okay, so it might only be selling once or twice a week now, but at some point I saw it. You can see here. If we go back to when I first saw it around Criticy, it came out in 2015. Yeah, so about August 2025. August. So it's about August, September, October, November. A few months before Christmas. Okay, and it just came down, dropped down to about. There we go. I think it's about 7k BSR. About 7k. I think I saw it lower than that, but. Let's just say 7k BSR for argument's sake. Let's just see how many times this simple book was selling. I'm just going to put it in here. 7,000. Oh. So it's a paperback. 17 times a day, $15 profit. So at one point, this book was making around $255 a day. Okay, and it's as simple as that. See, so there's gold on Amazon if you're looking for it. And I'm just trying to see if they've had many bad reviews, because you think at $29.99 for a simple journal, someone would have some complaints, right? And it's only got 4% 1 stars, mostly 5 stars, 80% 5 stars, because look, funny, bathroom time essential, great stocking stuffer, funny. Clever. People don't care about the inside. They're buying it literally for that. Do you imagine you got a co-worker, you buy this for them, he loves it. You've done your job. You don't matter. That $30 was worth it to get that reaction from someone that you actually care about, right? You're giving them a gift. They love it. They talk about it. Probably talk about stuff in the office. They see it there. It's something that money, it's worth paying that money for. You see what I mean? So people get a bit hung up about trying to make the book really, really amazing. That's fine if you're looking to become a bestseller author. If you're looking to just make money, think about the customer, think what they'd actually be willing to pay for, think why they're going to buy that book, and just do that and keep it as simple as possible. Okay? Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful. Give me a little like and subscribe. And like I said, I'll leave a link to my full program below. Hope to see you in the next video. Cheers.